Well, if I can make a wish, then I can wish that Paul will respond. I'll try to find him. I don't know if he's alive. Maybe COVID took him out or whatever. But I would really like to hear from him, you know, because he must have the backup of songs, you know. There was a song, Hello was a song. Elton John loved that song. You have to understand that Everton was working in fixing boilers, and so he got the job to fix a boiler in Elton John's house. And while he was fixing, he would be listening to the stuff that me and Paul had been mixing. Yeah, while he was fixing, he'd be listening to what we'd been fixing. Anyway, so my song called Hello. Hello, once again. And it's very ironic because that song really is the title track for my experience with that album, really. Mr. Sorrow and Mr. Pain, you have found me down again. And it looks like you want to drive me insane, but I won't let you in. I just will not let you in. Hello, that's what you say. And it looks like you are here to stay. Bad luck is all you bring. But I will never, never let you in, 'cause I'm a man. And I know I'm love bound. The name of the song is Love Bound, but Everton used to call it Hello. Don't you know there ain't no looking back? Once you find love, it's a one-way track. Everybody can be love bound. There's enough to go around. Everybody should be love bound. There's enough. It's like an appeal. I mean, I could ask, if I could ask Lester Holloway to do me a favor, make this video go viral and let this song reach Elton John. And another one I'd really like for it to reach is Paul McCartney. Because I think the album deserves some attention from these people. If not remixing what we did, bring in the same old musicians, and if we can find Paul, make Paul be the studio. And if Everton's still running the studio, let us do it at Everton studio again. Just try to remake it exactly the same way and have Wanda come in and do the backing vocals as well, just like we did it all those many years ago. And just have what I have as a template, as a, what do you call it, a demo. But we could go into the studio and do the whole thing from scratch. But on Love Bound, Paul plays an amazing slide guitar, which I don't think will ever be replicated ever. And I don't have a copy of it. I'd love to have a copy of it. And also Sweet Water. I'd love to have a copy of it. I only live for the music. It's not the fame. It's the songs. When I started out in London, when I started out in the music, you won't believe it, but my only ambition was that I would just like for people to have an idea of what my voice sounded like. Like when I'm dead and gone, I would just like to leave my voice behind. it's so funny, but the idea of making it big, famous, and rich, I never even entertained it. I just wanted to make the best possible recordings of my stuff. And the chance came with that album, and we can't remix it. I'm glad I've got the copies, but I would really like to remix it. And, you know, I would love to work with Paul McCartney. I don't think there's a musician quite like him when it comes the amount of songs that he has written and the stamina that he has and the way he sings and plays the bass at the same time. I would just love to work with Sir Paul McCartney. And Elton John is out of this world as a musician, you know. So, we're planning this walk from Cape to Cairo, and in my dream, I'd love to have Brian May play some guitar on it. Of course, Slash, and the publishing, King of Africa Publishing basically is going to be owned by the youths in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Kenya, Tanzania. Together they are King of Africa Publishing. So it will be their money, whatever dynamics it generates online. And that's where the huge money is at. They already have their working tools in their hands with a mobile phone. And I can just give them this structure that we created so many years ago and say, here, youths, run with this. And then I could walk from Cape to Cairo and meet the youths as they go off in so many different exciting business directions. And following the structure of Cool Mom Records and King of Africa Publishing, the money will go into the hands of women through Next Up Zanzibar. And, mothers run homes, and successful homes are successful societies. And to every conflict, on either side of the conflict, there's a mother who mourns the death of a child who became a soldier. I would like for those mothers to unite so that there won't be no war. And Lester, Lester was there at the beginning, and he's at the voice, and you know he can print the story, and he can get through to Bob Geldof, you know. And the king in England now, he was at the Prince's Trust, and if you can imagine a Prince's Trust going for a long walk across Africa to save the people. That's what I'm dealing with. That's my dream. Now, we're living in a time when people are saying that the agenda by the elite is to kill off the people. So maybe if I come with an idea like that, then maybe they'll have to start off by killing me, right? But so what? They would kill me anyway. If it's about killing the people, I am the people. They don't have any reason to save me. But I have every reason to save everybody. And the biggest reason that I have for that is Jesus Christ. And they say it's Christmas and we're celebrating the birth of Jesus. So that's my Christmas prayer. Is for this album to be recognized and for the structure that we created for it since the album was attacked so many years ago. For it to come to fruition. Because, everybody who I met subsequent to the attack, they met me in a state of depression because you have no idea how high I was from the achievement of us working for a year and a half. We built that album, and the confidence was growing, and we were listening to everything that was coming out at that time, and we were like, got it, we're on top of this, we're on top of this. We just had that confidence that we were going to come with something that was new, that was good and big, you know. So to go from that and to have nothing, we were a team. We had nothing. We didn't have a studio. We didn't know where everybody was. Everton disappeared after the first time that we went to look for one of the suspects. And Paul, I spoke to him on the phone, and that was it. He didn't want to have nothing to do with me. So I was like, what the fuck am I doing in London? I got a good album and no peeps around me. And I know that we got enemies. So I had to block that and function. But everything I've done ever since then has been a form of depression, knowing full well where I could have been financially and socially if the album had been given a chance to survive. We'd even gone as far as planning the what do you call it, the videos. Firewoman was going to have a whole flamenco setup. We're going to go to Spain to make the video. So I've been trying to cope with the disappointment. You have to understand, like, remember when I say that, when I lost the amp on the bus, where I had to dig for the strength to say continue, you know. But even losing the amp was after I had lost a budget of 2,000 for a show that we'd already put out. They were going to put up the show, and everything was okay. And I've lost £2,000, and I still had to push on. So everybody who's ever met me since then has actually met me in the mode of like, not give up mode. Don't give up. Don't give up. Things are fucked up, but don't give up. So now I feel a little sorry for myself because I can see I've been functioning under the pressure of not giving up. And so many things happened after that, subsequent to that, where my entire mode just had to be, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. If there's a God above, God knows that I'm the one person who has not lost faith. And if there's a devil, the devil knows that, whew, that's one kid who we've thrown a lot of blows, but that kid still keeps coming up, you know. And I'd like to change that for once now. Once and for all, I'd like to change it around because we had a good album going, you know. One love and Merry Christmas.